What's up, my little unicorns, new and old? It's West Indie Ray back again with another video. Today's video is just going to be discussing what I've learned about synchronicities and numerology so far. I am not an expert on these things. They can be interpreted in many different ways. Humankind has actually spent centuries and centuries and centuries studying these things, so I don't want to act like an all-knowing expert. I'm just here learning as I grow. Get it? Learning as I grow. Coining that term. You heard it here first, all that good stuff. First and foremost though, I want to thank you guys for clicking on this video. If you like the video, please show me and like it, like in real life, like just click the button. And if you're not subscribed to me, please subscribe, because there are so many people who watch my videos and are not subscribed. If you guys like me, please go ahead and do that. I have some notes here on my phone that I wrote out. You guys know whenever I come to y'all with videos, I don't just come with what I think. I actually do research, so I wanted to make sure that I was giving you guys accurate information. And I first want to start off by defining the word synchronicity. So this word is defined as a simultaneous occurrence of events which appear significantly related but have no discernible causal connection. So basically what this means is when two or more things happen that seem to align to point to something, and it's kind of up to us to figure out what that means. Because of my faith and the way that I think that this world and this whole entire universe works, I don't really believe in coincidences, so I do think that there is a way to kind of decode these things. And even if you don't decode them correctly, or if in the end, hypothetically, it didn't necessarily mean anything, you can make it mean something by allowing these observations to shape your life in a positive way. So for instance, if I see the numbers 111 and it was just a coincidence, I can really take that and use it to signify new beginnings and signify leadership and me helping other people to really like follow their heart and their dreams and things like that. So even if it hypothetically didn't mean anything, I could make it mean something, and that way, you know, it's meaningful to the world. So many things in this world can be used for good, but we just get too like bogged down about if it's real or if we should believe in it and things like that, when it could be so simple. Forgive me for like looking at this. I do not have a teleprompter yet, and I just want to make sure that I get everything, but I wrote that if you can believe that singular events like having dreams about fish mean that somebody's having a baby, or being delayed in traffic means that you're being protected from something, you may also be able to believe that signs of divine communication can be found in repeated numbers as well. And I just find it like pretty crazy that people can literally say like, oh, I had a dream, God is trying to tell me this, but then when you see repeated numbers, like, oh, that's devil work or it's new age or whatever, when really it's like, why can't it just be a sign from the same God? I don't see any reason why it can't be, but I digress. You know, just trying to get the wheels turning today. I'm just gonna go ahead and hop right into what I've learned about this like numerology thing so far. There's so much to learn, and I do not want us to limit ourselves. So as you guys may know, numerology has a lot to do with sacred geometry, but the main focus of this video will be to help you figure out kind of what these messages may mean for you when you see them over and over and over again. I am, however, going to encourage you to explore the topic thoroughly, even though it'll take lifetimes for us to do so. We want to get as much knowledge as possible, and although we focus on repeated numbers often, there are also many other number combinations that can provide different insight to what may be going on in your life. So we're going to be talking about like the 111s rather than the 123s, but the 123s also mean something. So it's just a lot, I know. Please don't get overwhelmed. This is just going to be a basic overview of what these numbers may mean for you, up to your interpretation, left completely up to you. I'm a huge fan of individualized spirituality. I am not you, you are not me. I read a quote the other day that said, no one sees what you see, even if they see it too. And that is like the quote of my life, okay? I have been thinking that since before I even saw it, and I really want us to explore our own paths. So let's go ahead and get into it, okay? Let's start with 000. This is a reminder that you are one with God. Also, it's a sign that a situation has gone full circle. For obvious reasons, I'm sure you were probably able to tell what that could have meant without even like me explaining it to you, which I think is also the really funny thing about numbers. It's like all universally connected. So that brings us to 111. This can signify awakening and responsibility to assist others with demonstrating your own gifts. It can also suggest independence and new beginnings and leadership, which makes sense when you think about things like the first child in a family, always very independent, usually, my brother was at least, and really big into leadership. It's a fresh start to something. My mom had no kids before then, and then she had this fresh new baby. He was so cute, and you know, that is the start of something new. So an honorable mention would be to mention the number 3, because 111 altogether means 3, and this signifies creative energy that may be guiding you to something. All right, next is going to be 222. 2 is obviously a pair, signifying partnership, duality, and the balance between the masculine and feminine. This can suggest that you need to work on your relationships and sensitivity toward other people, okay? It can also mean that what you seek is seeking you and that you are not alone. I saw the quote the other day, what you seek is seeking you, and then I also saw 2, and I feel like my man is about to come out the woodwork and marry me, okay? But you know, we'll see. We'll see what it means. Honorable mention for that I wrote is number 6, because 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6, and that is the number of family and relationships. Again, my man is on his way. So next is obviously 333, and that number symbolizes the presence of guides helping you along your divine path. This number, like I said before, also represents creativity. Honorable mention is the number 9, and I kind of went ham on my description of the number 9 because it is my life path number and it is my favorite number. It is the reason why I named my jewelry company Indigo 9 Jewelry, which you can find in the description box below. I sell healing crystal jewelry and waist beads, and you know, nice amethyst geode necklaces. If you guys saw this necklace, you might want to check it out. So this is all over my birth chart. I have 3s and 9s everywhere, and it is the highest single digit number. It's said to send messages about life's divine path, and it's the number of completion or fulfillment, because like I said, it's the last of the set of single digit numbers, and it is the symbol of truth. Next is 444. You guys might listen to Jay-Z's album. It's bomb, it's fire. I actually got to see him live on tour with that one. It was great, and many people see that as an indication of the presence of angels and having support from a higher power. This number can also suggest things about your career situation, but don't worry, because like I said, the angels are encamping around you. You are going to be okay? So just pay attention and stay diligent when you see this number hanging around your life. Now, if you notice, I did not put an honorable mention for this one because 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 12, which simplifies into 3. So I didn't really feel the need to go ahead and do an honorable mention because I obviously already said what 3 meant. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that's the way it works, but that's just the way that I'm doing it and the way that made sense to my brain. Do your own research, okay? Thanks. Yeah. So next is 555, which simplifies into 6, which I'm going to talk about as well. It indicates that changes are coming in your life, but you need not to worry because things are for your own good, okay? This can mean that prosperity is on the way to you, which we already know because if you watched my manifestation video, I specifically go into detail on how you can manifest money in your life. So if you guys are interested in that, I will link it right up here as well as in the description box below. If you do it right, money is on the way to you, prosperity is on the way to you, whatever you want. It's on the way to you, okay? You just have to believe. So the next number is obviously going to be the 666, okay? A lot of people fear this number, and to me, I don't really think that these things are things to be feared. I think that we should heed warning whenever we see things like this, especially depending on how a person's intending to use it when it comes to symbolism. A lot of people use it for signs for very bad things, and I understand that, but the nature of numbers is not inherently evil to my knowledge. So I mean, also do your own research, but I just find that this number is oftentimes a number that people fear because of the association that it has with evil energy or the devil in many religious texts, okay? But I took that a step further and said that if you believe this number is evil, that means that you believe in numerology to a certain extent, right? So for people who believe that this number is evil, but they feel like everything else that I'm saying in this video is complete BS, you might want to question, why do I feel that way? Why can't I accept one aspect of numerology rather than another and throw everything else out? Like, you know, why can't I just like say that it's real or say that it's not real? Like, what's up with that? So that might be something, you know, just a little like 2 cents in the middle of this video that will probably help a lot of people explore really why they have these feelings and this fear to explore things that are new to them. Because if you believe the 666 is evil, I mean, shouldn't you believe like in other numbers as well? I don't know. Anyways, Additionally, the repeating numbers of 6 are said to indicate the healing of trauma and grief, which may not always be attractive, but it is necessary. And it can also suggest something when it comes to family or responsibilities, and it can also mean that your thoughts are out of balance and you gotta get those in check. So rather than being scared of this number, use it as a catalyst to kind of just push you into the right direction. And then of course after that is 777. There are so many things when it comes to the number 7 that it's just seen as divine and of very high vibration. So the 777 is seen by many people as the most spiritual number. Your relationship with the higher power is stronger when you see this number and you are in sync. So that is something to feel very good about. And then again, after that is the 888, which is one of my favorite numbers because it means money. Okay, that is financial and material wealth here on earth, which is not the biggest thing, but it's something that does help people. When I see this number a lot, I take it as a clear sign that I need to go hard on my money and material wealth manifestation. During the time when you're seeing 8s a lot, you will be attracting money like nothing, okay? It is just magnetic. It'll come to you. It's so easy. And then last of the single digit numbers is obviously 999. That's my number, y'all. So the 999 is said to indicate the start of something new in life, a new chapter. It's the highest single digit number and it signifies completion. You should really honor these endings and move on to the next thing. You are on a journey to become your highest self. Your journey with spirituality started before you even were conscious of it, but now it's time to be intentional. So honor the lessons that you learned and moved on. Now the last number that I'm going to talk about here is 1111, which is also one of my other favorite numbers. Every time I see 1111, mostly on clocks, I make a wish and I encourage everybody around me to make a wish as well. This is said to be an indication that opportunities are opening up in your favor. Manifestation is so quick and easy at 1111. Things happen almost instantly, so make sure that you are focusing on the right thing because your prayers are being answered, girl, okay? So now that I've gotten all that out of the way about like the basic things that these could mean for your life, and you can kind of go deeper in whichever one that you've been thinking of or seeing a lot lately, you can go ahead and do a quick little Google search, maybe a little YouTube search, and figure out what it means for you. But I also want to point out that this is very good information to have the deeper that you go into your spiritual journey. These things go hand in hand with things like crystals and color associations and things like that. All of these things are connected and you can use these practices in conjunction with other knowledge that you learn to synchronize your life in a way that makes your daily path easier, more fulfilling, and pushes you closer to your higher self with every conscious decision that you make. Another thing that I read is that depending on what your life path number is, some numbers may have more meaning to you when you see them a lot than others. If you guys do not know what a life path number is, it is the sum of all the numbers of your 8-digit birthday combined into 1 or 2 numbers. So let's say your birthday is February 2nd, 1993. You'd add 0 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 3. That number, you get 26. And then when you add the 2 and the 6 together, you get 8. Now, most of the time, these numbers are single digit numbers. Unless you get an 11 or a 22, then you do not touch those numbers. You leave them alone, and with that is your life path number. So it is either 1 through 9, 11, or 22. So for me personally, with my life path number being 9, seeing 9s are more meaningful to me than seeing the number 2. Even though 2s obviously can be giving me a signal as well, the number 9 is going to be deeper and more meaningful because that's my life path number. Also, I do not want you guys to get completely caught up on life path numbers alone because there's a whole numerology chart that you guys can look through and explore and figure out more things about yourself. But when I tell you, when I saw that life path number 9 and I read the description of what that meant for me, I was like, why didn't you just tell me that you were writing a biography? Like, why didn't you just give me the pen and paper? I could have wrote this out myself. It is spot on, okay? And everybody that I have ever showed this information to, it is always spot on. So, I mean, obviously a lot of these things are generalized and you want to make sure that you're getting it from a good source, but these people be on to something, okay? This is not new information, it's very old. So I hope this was beneficial for you and kind of gave you a starting point so you can go deeper and just researching and finding out more stuff. Not necessarily that you have to commit yourself to anything, but just learning, because learning is cool, you know? So with all that being said, do you guys know anything about numerology? What's your life path number, or what numbers have you been seeing frequently, and what do you think think that it means for you. Please leave me a comment in the comment section below. Give me your social, give me your birthday, give me all that. No, but for real, I'd love to know what's going on in your life and if this resonated with you. Also, make sure that you leave me a Lil Unicorn in my comment section below if you made it to the end of the video. And of course, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share. Follow all my social medias right down there. And I'll see you in the next one.